Fired trooper fails in bid to get his job back. A state appeals board on Wednesday backed the decision of New Hampshire state police officials to fire a former trooper whose drug interdiction tactics crossed the line into violations of constitutional rights. Each member of the four-person Personnel Appeals Board said that he, a trooper of 9 years, had gone too far in a case involving a Maine woman who received a $212,000 settlement from the state after she was incarcerated for 13 days and her cell phone searched illegally. "This is not a close case," said an appeals board official, noting that the trooper admitted to shortcomings, including searching the woman's cell phone without a warrant. Here are some of the words that were a little bit hard in what you just heard. Okay, the first word is trooper. It comes from the word troop. A troop is a bunch of soldiers, a group of soldiers. In the old days, they came on horses. Later, they came in airplanes or in military tanks. Sometimes they dropped down from the sky in parachutes, but a bunch of soldiers. A trooper is a member of the troop that has low rank, not a captain, just a regular guy. In the United States, the state police force is called the state troop. So there's the New Hampshire state troop, and the members of that are called troopers, state troopers. There's a common expression, "He's a real trooper." That applies to anybody, not just military or police. To say he's a real trooper means he really puts up with hardship. He just keeps going. One example is, even though it was snowing hard, he walked 3 miles to get to his home, just like a soldier. Next word, settlement. When people have a lawsuit, somebody sues somebody else, they want money, they say, "Hey, you did something wrong, you got to pay me." The two sides could go to court, but very often they don't want to go to court. That's expensive for both parties to pay their lawyers and the judge and everything else. So they settle with some sort of a compromise. So a settlement means a compromise solution where one person pays another person an amount of money, but less than it would be otherwise. A compromise. Next word, close case. A close case is where both people that are arguing are close to being right. You can argue both ways about who's right. It's not clear who is right. So a close case is the opposite of a clear case. Clear is, yes, it's obviously, you can see it, that this person is obviously the right person, that person is obviously the wrong. Case where you're not quite sure what's right and what's wrong. So in this example, they said not a close case. That means it's very clear, it's very definite who's right and who's wrong. There's some other related words to this. One is if the case is still being decided, if there's been no final decision yet, it's called an open case. If the case has been totally decided. You're not allowed to argue anymore. It's done. That's called a closed case. That's closed with a D.